Hi, welcome everyone. Today, this is Amy Cooper with Rise, and I'm here with Becky Hudzik Presson, who's the Chief Claim Officer at Church Mutual Insurance Company. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you so much. Great to be here, Amy.
Nice to have you. So would love to hear, how did you get started in insurance?
Funny story. So I'm an acted into insurance, which many people are. I was an accounting major in undergrad, took a first job in tax accounting, and I was there for maybe 3 months and realized, you know what, this really isn't for me. I was really seeking more connectivity with the customer. And I happened to see a posting for a multi-line claims adjuster, applied for the job, and well, the rest is history. Here I am over 20 years later, still in insurance, really enjoying it, and truly still feel like I have connectivity with the customer, and what we do, there's an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. So in dealing with the events of, the last year, what's something that you've learned or taken away from it?
I've really learned the value of one-on-one connectivity, even in a virtual fashion. We've been on so many Zoom calls, right, particularly as groups. And as leaders, I know even personally myself, I think we've been in autopilot for a period of time over this last year and a half, where, our metrics are good, our customers seem satisfied, our teams have been doing this for such a long period of time, everybody's great, and that's not necessarily the case. And there's been so much value for me reaching out one-on-one to my work family, right, that I spend so much time with, and talk to them about, how they're doing, how are they doing, how is their family, what can I do to help. And I know personally that's helped me, and I've had leaders do that with me as well. And it's just a good reminder that, we need to support one another during this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any skill or habit or anything that you've been working on that you could share with us?
Sure. Well, it's during this time where we've been working from home. I've been at home since March of 2020, and still am in that state. I noticed within the first 3 weeks or so that my routine had really changed. And, the one piece that I noticed that I really had stopped prioritizing was exercise. I just wasn't moving as much. It was very easy to get up in the morning, grab that first cup of tea in my case, and just hop on the laptop and go. And before you know it, it's dinner time. And I had to take a step back and say, I've got to figure out what's my new routine look like for this work from home environment. And so something I did is I started prioritizing exercise in the morning before I hop on the laptop to start that day, and have even, been inspired by some colleagues who said to me, you know what, in this meeting, I think I'm going to walk and talk. And I went, you know what, that's a great idea. Let's walk together. And I've had some meetings where we're both walking, throughout our neighborhoods, and having some meetings, about business discussions, and it's been great. And I even bought myself a Fitbit to make sure that, I keep my steps moving.
That's awesome. I think I'm gonna use that now. We could all get up and move a little bit more.
We can.
Is there something, just talking more about career advice, and obviously you've been very successful in your career. Is there anything you wish you would have known earlier on that you could share with our group?
Yeah, the one thing I would share is really focus on your development. I wish I would have learned earlier in my career that I'm really in the driver's seat of my personal development. We're all in the driver's seat of our personal development. It's not the job of our supervisor. It's not the job of our mentor. It's us individually. Now, of course, you're going to, work with your supervisor on what your individual development plan looks like, but we own it. So, what I would encourage anyone who's listening, today is make sure that you have an individual development plan, that you're reaching out proactively to your supervisors and having those discussions and update those ongoing throughout the year, so that, you have a plan, a roadmap in terms of what you're working on, in terms of where you want to head in your career, because it's, an amazing industry, and there's so much that you can continue to learn and grow.
That's definitely excellent advice. Is there any advice that you would give to someone who's looking for a mentor or looking for a promotion, something like that?
Yeah, a couple things I would say. One is I have 4 mentors today myself, active mentors, and some that I do, periodically touch base with as well. And so you don't have to be part of a formal mentor program in order to have mentors. Reach out to folks that are within your network, maybe someone that you really admire that has a talent or a trait that you want to continue to develop, and ask them, hey, would you be willing to invest some time with me? I really admire you. You'll be pleasantly surprised in their response, and then be prepared for those discussions. The other thing I mentioned in terms of promotions, and someone who's been a great mentor of mine over the course of the years really described it in terms of 3 E's, Amy. They said to me, make sure that you're always being excellent in your current role. That 2, that you are continuing to expand your network, and then 3, that you're always working on your education. So that's someone that, if you're looking for that next level promotion, keep those 3 E's in mind. I think that if you have that right balance, I think that's a great recipe for success.
I love that, the 3 E's. Absolutely. And then, talking of advice, what would be your best advice for anyone who's new to insurance or they're just starting their career?
Well, one, I would just say welcome to an exciting industry. Again, I mentioned at the onset, I've been in insurance for over 20 years and have had the opportunity to take on a variety of different roles and have really enjoyed it. The second I would say is just really challenge yourself to try something new. And what I mean by that is, make sure that you're volunteering for training classes, that you step up to assist with projects, and that you attend networking events. Join RISE, for example, Amy, right? I mean, I think that RISE hits on 2 of those 3 E's for sure. You've always have educational opportunities and ways to expand your network. And I think that those will really provide, a great opportunity to learn and grow as you kind of navigate your career in insurance.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Becky, and thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure.